Good morning. Ann Burns here from Homestead Farm Center, and today I'll be going over the Earth Day Challenge that was included in the DAC connection kit. If you didn't receive a connection kit, you could still do this challenge if you have a few items at home. We're going to be using a Jiffy pot, but you could use any small flower pot for this. And you'll need some potting soil and some type of flower seed. So if you'll get out your instructions sheet that came with the kit, we'll be following these steps to plant the zinnias. Step 1 is to add a little bit of water to your potting soil. Potting soil contains a great deal of peat moss, and it actually repels water until it is quite wet. So we want to pre-moisten that with a little bit of water. I'm just going to pour it right into the baggie, not too much, just a few tablespoons is enough. And then I'm going to take a spoon and I'm going to work that around until it is a little bit moist. We don't want it to be real soggy and wet, just enough that some of the water has adhered to the soil. And that just makes it a little bit easier to water later on. Okay, then I'm going to take that soil and I'm going to fill my Jiffy pot about two-thirds, three-fourths of the way up to about right here. Okay, you don't want to fill it completely up because you're going to be putting the seeds in. So then I'm just going to tip some of my soil into the Jiffy pot. You can see it's not completely full. See that? Then you're going to carefully open your seed packet. Now you received a little seed packet that was folded over and stapled. So undo it very, very carefully where the staple is, and you will see the seeds inside. The seeds that we are growing are called zinnias, and this is a very easy to grow flower. It's very popular with butterflies, so if you plant this in your yard, you will be attracting some butterflies to your yard, which will be nice later on this summer. The seeds themselves are pretty small. You can see, if I can pick up one seed here. This is the size of the seed. See, they're not very big. Okay, and you're going to just place your seeds on the top of the soil. Space them out a little bit. Okay. And you can use all the seeds that we sent you, or if you would like to do more than one pot, you could maybe separate those out and just place maybe 3 or 4 seeds in each pot. Now you want the seed to be covered about the same thickness of soil as the seed is big. In other words, if the seed is this big, then you want the soil that's over the seed to be about that much. So that's about 1/4 inch. So I'm going to now use my fingers and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of soil on top of those seeds. You don't want them to be so far down deep that they can't sprout easily and come up, but you do want them to be covered. Okay? Now the last step is to water the pot. Push this down so you can see a little bit better. And you want to keep the pot moist but not soggy. If it's too soggy, the seeds will rot and they will sprout, but then they'll die immediately. So you want it to be moist, and you want the soil to look dark all the time. That shows that it has some moisture in it. So you're just going to give it a quick sprinkle with just a little bit of water once a day. Keep an eye on it and keep it in a warm spot, and that's plenty of water there. Okay, so when you touch your soil, it should feel damp. Okay, but you don't want it to be too soggy and too wet all the time. This pot, this is a Jiffy pot, and once your flowers sprout, you can just plant the whole pot in the soil and the flowers will grow. But if you have several flowers growing in here, more than one, you'll probably want to take them out and separate them so that each one gets their own space to grow in. And put your flower pot on some kind of little plastic lid to keep the water from going onto your counter. And that's all there is to it. Your flowers will be ready to plant outside when they have 4 leaves. So the flower will come up and sprout, and you'll see 2 little round leaves at first, and then it'll grow another set of leaves. And it's okay to leave it in the Jiffy pot until the flower's about this high, and you'll see those leaves will broaden out and get pretty big, about the size of a teaspoon each leaf, and then that's a good size to plant it outside. So good luck with your Earth Day challenge, and I hope that you are able to beautify the earth a little bit with your homegrown zinnias. We will see you hopefully on Thursday. We'll be doing the submarine challenge with Science at Home. So hope to see you then. Bye now.